Hello, everyone. For this assignment, I interviewed Christina Velez, a licensed mental health counselor whom I work with on my unit in Rikers Island. She earned her Master's of Arts in Forensic Mental Health Counseling from John Jay College Criminal Justice in 2009. She's licensed in New York and has 19 years of experience in helping adults in crisis. I choose to interview Christina because I wanted to learn from someone I work alongside on a regular basis. As a New York City correctional officer, I see mental health from the custody side every day. I interact with individuals who are dealing with serious mental health challenges. I often witness how challenges can affect their behavior, communication, and overall stability. As a criminal psychology student, I wanted to understand the clinical side of working with individuals who struggle with mental illness. I felt that interviewing someone with years of experience in forensic mental health will help bridge the gap between what I learned in the classroom and what I experience at work. I also want to gain insight into how mental health professionals approach treatment, build relationships with patients, and manage emotional demands of the job. The first question I asked her about is her education, professional background, and her current role. Christina explained that she earned her master's degree in forensic mental health counseling from John Jay College of Criminal Justice. She shared her education prepared for her understanding of relationship between mental illness, behavioral trauma, and the criminal justice system. She explained that being licensed in New York requires meeting educational requirements, completing supervised clinical hours, passing the necessary licensing examinations. She emphasized that the process takes time and dedication, but it is essential ensuring that professionals are qualified to provide effective care. Hearing about her journey reminded me that becoming a mental health professional requires commitment, discipline, and willingness to continue to learn even after completing a formal education. The second question I asked her was about her job duties. She explained that her responsibility including completing mental health assessments, providing individual with counseling, responding to crisis situation, developing treatment plans, documenting clinical services, and working closely with psychologists, nurses, uh, social workers, and correctional officers. She emphasized that every day is different because every patient has different needs. Some days involving crisis intervention, where immediate action is required to ensure safety, while other days is focusing on counseling services, evaluating patient progress, or helping individuals develop healthier coping skills. She also mentioned that documentation is the major part of her role because accurate records are necessary for continuing of care for the individuals and communication with staff to better understand what they will be engaging with the individual in the near future or in the past or whatever that's needed for that patient. One thing that stood out to me was how much collaboration takes behind the scenes. Before this interview, I understood that mental health services are involved in patient care, but I didn't fully appreciate the amount of communication, documentation, and planning and teamwork that goes into helping each individual. It reminded me that successful planning, successful treatment is truly a team effort. Each everyone plays a role, and effective communication between staff members is essential for maintaining both safety and quality care. The third question I asked was what she find most fulfilling about working in the mental health field. She explained that helping people through some of the most difficult moments in their lives is the most rewarding part of her career. She enjoys seeing people making progress, even when the progress is small. She shared that helping someone become more emotionally stable, developing a healthier coping mechanism, or simply just believe that things can improve makes the work worthwhile. She also she also mentioned that building trust with patients is a powerful part of the process, especially in an environment where many individuals may feel misunderstood and unsupported. The answer really stayed on me, stayed with me. Working in corrections has taught me that change usually doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes we measure success on one small step at a time. A person who begins communicating better, follows treatment recommendations, or start making healthy decisions is making progress. Hear her perspective reminded me that small victories are still victories, and those moments can have a lasting impact on someone's life. It also made me reflect on how important it is to remain patient and supportive, even when progress seems slow. The fourth question focus on the challenges of this profession. Christina explained that working with people in crisis can be emotionally demanding. She discussed how some individuals may experience significant trauma, mental illness, addiction, loss, and helping them through those experiences require patience and emotional resilience. She also mentioned the high caseloads, documentation, requirements, and limited resources can create additional stress. Another challenge is recognizing that not every person is ready to accept help right away. Mental health professionals have to remain patient while continuing to provide support without becoming discouraged. She emphasized the importance of maintaining professional boundaries and practicing self-care to avoid burnout. This answer connects with me because correctional work also becomes also comes with emotional challenges. We regularly encounter individuals experience mental health crisis, suicidal thoughts, emotional distress, or behavior problems. We also work in environments where situations can change within seconds, requiring us to stay alert and respond quickly. Although our responsibilities are different, I realize both correctional officers and mental health professionals have faced stressful situations and depend on one another to maintain safety while supporting those in our care. This reinforced the importance of teamwork and mutual respect between different roles within the facility. The fifth question I asked Christina is how she continued to grow professionally. Christina explained that professional growth never stopped. She continued learning through continued education, professional training, reading current researches, consulting with colleagues, and explaining her clinical knowledge. Expanding her clinical knowledge. She also shared that every client that she teaches, that every client that she is faced with or interact with teaches her something new, which help her to develop her skills as a counselor. She emphasized that staying informed with the new treatment approaches and research is important for providing the best possible care. She explained that she does not rely on only one counseling method. Instead, she utilizes different approaches to address the client needs, such as using the CBT, the cognitive behavior therapy, which which helps the client to identify and to change the unhealthy patterns. Psychodynamic therapy, which explores on how past experiences influences past or present behavior. I found that especially interesting because it reminds me that no two people are the same. Effective treatment requires flexibility, understanding, and the ability to adapt with each other's situation. The final question I asked her also is the advice that she gives a student who's preparing to enter this field. She encouraged me to continue to gain experience, ask questions, stay humble, never stop learning. She stressed the importance of finding good mentors and be willing to learn from professional people within the field, and also utilizing the people that you work with, the clients that you work with, the inmates that I'm interacting with. Learn from those skills of how I interact with them and see if I could utilize that in a way that I could help others. Reflecting on this interview, I learned that helping professionals require much more than technical knowledge. It requires compassion, patience, emotional intelligence, communication, professionalism, and the ability to work as a team. I also learned that effective mental health treatment depends on building relationship and meeting people where they at and not expecting immediate change. This interview helped me to better understand the complexity of mental health work and the level of dedication required to succeed in this field. I realized that it's important communication and collaboration are between custody staff and mental health staff. It takes a team to assist our clients, assist our patients or inmates or those who are in need. While we may have different responsibilities, we all share the same goal of maintaining safety while treating people with dignity and respect. I believe that understanding each other's roles makes us better professionals and ultimately benefits the people we serve. This experience encouraged me to continue to build strong working relationships with mental health staff and remain open to learning from their expertise. I want to thank Christina for taking time to share her experience, knowledge, and advice with me. This conversation gave me a deeper understanding of how to help, understanding of helping profession, and encourage me to continue pursuing my educational and professional goal in criminal psychology. Thank you for listening.